Our house believes in empowerment and the strength of sisterhood.
L'inclusion, l'innovation.
I believe in education. Education is the only way that can transform the world.
Les 5 valeurs du programme, la confiance en soi, l'autonomie, l'inclusion, la créativité et puis la durabilité.
My mentor really was very inspiring.
Mentors do learn a lot as well.
Le féminisme, ce n'est rien d'autre que de vouloir avoir autant de place que l'autre finalement.
Okay, I can do that. I mean, we can all do that.
Nous devons élever nos filles autrement et aussi nos garçons.
Let's guarantee quality education for every girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, welcome here in Paris at the UNESCO headquarters for the Dior UNESCO Dream for Change Global Conference 2022, organized by Maison Dior and UNESCO. Welcome to all. To open this beautiful event today, I would like to ask the Senior Vice President Human Resources at Christian Dior Couture, who is, by the way, behind this remarkable event. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Emmanuel Favre. Hello, Emmanuel.
Thank you, Asha. Hello, everyone. At Dior, we are very proud to have been in the front row for some of the most pivotal moments in women's history. Today, 50% of our key positions are held by women. And for the first time in the history of Dior, the artistic director is a woman. Maria Grazia Chiuri puts feminism at the core of her artistic vision and speech. And I would like to warmly thank her for being an active supporter of our Women at Dior program. We are determined to pursue this vision, to continue to make a difference. And we can also rely on the strong commitment of our CEO, Pietro Beccari. I'm happy to share with you this short video.
Mr. Dior cultivated himself a passion for transmission and encouraged promising talent regardless of their gender, age, origins, or sexual orientation. It's my firm belief that only through education we'll be able to change the world and make it more just, more tolerant, and more virtuous. This is not just an economical commitment, it's more importantly a moral commitment today. The Women at Dior program, which launched in 2017 and today joins forces with UNESCO, is one of the best examples of our concrete commitment to this cause. This support program each year accompanies 500 and more students who are pursuing a path of excellence, encouraging them to dare, stand out, and shape their professional destiny, so that tomorrow, probably and possibly, they will stand here where I am today, speaking to you.
Today, we are more than 1,500 mentees, coming from 68 countries and 75 school partners, WorldSkills and UNESCO. I'm very proud of this incredible journey. I'm also very proud of you and moved by all the testimonies I get, telling me that this program changed your career perspective, and for some of you, changed your lives. Why do we need a program like Women at Dior? Because women still have to fight to gain their place in the society. And we want to help them to build their professional path with ambition. A unique occasion to learn what is not taught at school, at university, and what is crucial to grow. How to gain self-confidence and to dare for career destiny. The pandemic has reinforced gender inequalities and injustice, with women faces impossible choices, work or care. Millions of young girls have left school and may not return. So we know how much education is the key, and it's a way for autonomy and then freedom. That's why in 2020, during the pandemic, we joined the Global Education Coalition with UNESCO. Let's guarantee quality education for every girl. They will be able to build the lives they want and become decision makers for the world, in leadership positions in public institutions and in private companies. Indeed, among many others, we must face two major global challenges: the protection of our planet and the construction of peace in the world. And the two are interconnected. Now, I'm going to give the mic to Ksenia, who is Ukrainian, one of our 2021 mentee. She's going to share a personal message to our Ukrainian sisters.
Dear all, it is an honor to be on this stage and to be given this speech. My name is Ksenia. I was born in Lithuania, but my mother is Ukrainian. As a child, I would spend every summer in Ukraine. My closest Ukrainian family are women, and today I'm given the opportunity to show our endless collective support to all women in Ukraine. I would like to read this letter I have written for them. A letter to women who bravely stayed in Ukraine, who couldn't run, who couldn't flee from the Russian troops, who stayed in their homeland, on their soil, to those who had to hide their children in the basements, in the shelters, getting their courage together to not break, to not give up, to not let their heads down. This is a letter to women who keep smiling to their children who cannot sleep, who cannot eat, who shiver at night. These children had their childhood taken away and had to become grown-ups on the night of 24th of February. You are the most courageous, brave, high-spirited people on earth right now, and the whole world is with you. We see and feel your deeds and struggles. The day when the tense will come, and when it does, Ukraine will be free. Ми разом, ми об'єднані, будьте сильні. Ви щодня робите дивовижні речі. Ми любимо вас, сестри.
Thank you, Xenia. Very powerful, inspiring, and committed message. Thank you very much. And now, I would like to call on stage the Assistant Director General for Education at UNESCO. Please welcome Stefania Giannini.
Vous savez, l'UNESCO, nous avons un mandat unique dans l'éducation, dans la culture, dans la communication. Et ces trois domaines sont bien touchés par ces guerres au cœur d'Europe. Et comme vous savez, l'UNESCO est la maison de la paix, non? La culture, l'éducation, les sciences pour la paix. Et alors, nous sommes vraiment en première ligne.
Merci, Stefania. On était là l'année dernière et on parlait des femmes syriennes. Et cette année, on parle justement des femmes ukrainiennes. Emmanuel.
Oui, c'est vrai qu'elles sont souvent les premières victimes. Et c'est vrai, je me sens très concernée, personnellement touchée par la situation en Ukraine. Chez Dior, nous avons 12 collaborateurs en Ukraine que nous suivons régulièrement, avec lesquels nous sommes en contact régulier. Nous essayons de leur apporter le maximum de soutien, à la fois financier grâce notamment au fonds LVMH, mais aussi un soutien médical, psychologique. Et parallèlement, dans la lignée aussi d'LVMH qui a fait un don important à la Croix-Rouge, nous avons lancé une campagne de dons au sein de la maison Dior. Et donc les collaborateurs peuvent verser des sommes et la maison abonde sur ces sommes.
Comment est-ce qu'on peut se projeter? Comment est-ce vous imaginez la situation dans les prochaines années? Et peut-être parlez-nous du rôle justement de ce programme, de ce partenariat, et surtout le rôle que peut jouer l'éducation.
Alors aujourd'hui, il faut bien sûr agir, surtout pour les jeunes femmes, surtout en Afrique, pour assurer l'accès à l'éducation, que les femmes retournent à l'école. Les côtés positifs, si on peut dire comme ça, de cette crise, c'était d'avoir une conscience diffusée partout de l'importance de l'éducation, de l'importance d'avoir les écoles ouvertes, de l'importance que tous les étudiants vraiment peuvent avoir l'accès à l'éducation.
Justement, c'est le but de ce programme, et l'éducation est clé, Emmanuel.
Oui, effectivement, comme l'a dit Stefania, il y a vraiment urgence de lutter contre l'exclusion scolaire. Et nous, bien sûr, on va continuer à s'inscrire dans ce programme, dans ce partenariat et dans notre engagement pour la coalition pour l'éducation, bien sûr. Au sein de la maison, on prend notre responsabilité de formation des jeunes générations, et notamment grâce à l'apprentissage. Et puis aussi, parallèlement, nous soutenons une école en Inde de broderie, et qui est seulement pour des jeunes filles, justement, puisque les brodeurs en Inde sont plutôt des hommes. Et donc là aussi, c'est l'accès à l'éducation, au travail et à la liberté. et puis aussi un projet avec l'UNESCO pour des écoles au Maroc.
Merci Emmanuel. Les nouvelles technologies, on parlait de numérique. Est-ce que ça vous permet, vous, de votre côté, d'enrichir un peu le programme ?
Mais plus que l'enrichir, ça l'a complètement transformé. C'est devenu un programme d'éducation. On a construit une vraie plateforme d'éducation en ligne avec beaucoup de contenu qui a été construit avec des professeurs d'universités, de grandes écoles. Et puis la possibilité de faire participer tous nos mentees à ces projets Dream for Change, ça a été aussi via le digital, via le numérique, ce qui n'aurait pas été possible autrement. Et surtout, ça nous a permis de toucher un autre public de jeunes filles dans beaucoup de pays d'Amérique latine, d'Afrique, d'Asie, dans lesquels Dior n'est pas implanté. Et donc, on ne pouvait pas déployer le programme Women at Dior. Donc, ça a été un formidable accélérateur.
Quel message, toutes les deux, Stefania et Emmanuel, souhaitez-vous adresser aux jeunes femmes qui sont là, qui nous regardent ?
Je pense que l'ambition et le courage sont les deux dimensions qui peuvent faire ces générations de jeunes femmes les agents des changements.
Moi, je voudrais leur dire qu'il n'y a pas qu'un seul chemin, que l'on peut se tromper, mais que tout commence par la connaissance de soi et par l'estime de soi. Et enfin, je voudrais leur dire de ne renoncer à rien et surtout pas à leurs rêves. Gamperlé, nous sommes très heureux d'accueillir ce matin avec nous.
We can't ignore, and it has been said before, that women pay a heavy tribute in the pandemic, in recessions, in difficult conditions, still today. We also see that the progress that has been made is fragile. We cannot sit still, and the good news is sitting still is not very much part of LVMH. It's not our culture. It's not part of our DNA. We are committed, engaged organizations with a lot of engaged people, and we like to push the boundaries and to reach our objective. You all know for many years my belief in the strength of women and in their power when they support one another. I think this is something that we don't do enough. Support one another, work together, unite forces. Because it has a lot of power. And I think we can change the world, we can make it better. But let's be more supportive of one another. And I believe that such initiatives, Women at Dior, is giving us, it is giving you the opportunity to stand together. I would like to conclude with a few words in French, with Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and she writes, j'aimerais que nous rêvions à un monde différent, un monde plus juste. Et voici le point de départ. Nous devons élever nos filles autrement, et aussi nos garçons.
Chantal Gamperlé, merci Stefania Giannini, et merci Emmanuel. Merida, you work for Christian Dior Couture as the director of women leather goods and accessories, but you started your career as an engineer. At that time, the Women at Dior program didn't exist, but did you have the opportunity to work with a mentor like our mentees today here?
When you start like a new job and you also want to reflect about your future development, it's such a powerful resource to be able to share these reflections with someone. But I found like my own, I wouldn't say mentors, but like role models. Because working in Fendi, working in the group, I had like the chance to see some women that I could exchange opinions with, that could really give me advice when I was in doubt, that helped me like to broaden also my vision about business. And then I was very lucky because I was selected for the LVMH program. Only the fact of meeting women like you in the same path, with the same challenges, makes you think, okay, I can do that. I mean, we can all do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're two women who are dedicated to the cause of women. What exactly does your commitment involve? Fatimah, would you like to begin?
I am here as an Afghan artist to say that I just tried to showcase and to frame the beauty, femininity, hope and resilience of Afghan women and to show the different face of women of Afghanistan to the world.
Ça fait 10 ans maintenant que je suis l'ambassadrice d'une association qui s'appelle Endomind. Et l'endométriose, c'est une maladie qui touche 1 à 2 femmes sur 10 en France. Donc ça fait à peu près 4 millions de Françaises, mais on estime à peu près 180 millions dans le monde occidental, parce qu'on n'a pas vraiment les chiffres pour les pays du Sud. Pour moi, c'est pas juste un problème gynécologique, c'est d'abord un problème social, un problème de patriarcat, un problème de misogynie, un problème de la position de la souffrance de la femme.
You're both artists, so what do you believe your role should be in today's society?
Today you can see these photos and I hope it at least it change a little in your mind or in your imagination, that it's not always victimization of women, it's not always war, it's not always burqa.
Je pense qu'aujourd'hui, on a l'impression que l'art, c'est du divertissement. L'art, c'est pas du divertissement. L'art, c'est de l'éveil. L'art, c'est là pour ouvrir les yeux, les consciences et les cœurs des gens. Pour que les gens se réveillent à l'intérieur d'eux-mêmes et peut-être, avec de la chance, parviennent à se réveiller collectivement.
So what message would you like to share with our mentees in the room? And there are also men in the room, so to all of the people here.
Le féminisme, ce n'est rien d'autre que de vouloir avoir autant de place que l'autre, finalement. Pas plus, pas moins, juste autant.
Ce qui rend ce programme unique, c'est que c'est un écosystème. En fait, c'est un organisme dont chaque partie est utile l'une à l'autre. On a le mentorat, qui est vraiment le cœur de ce programme. On a les cours, l'éducation, qui en sont la tête. Et puis les Dream for Change Projects, que vous allez voir, qui en sont vraiment le corps. Et ce qu'on a voulu avec ce programme qui est porté par Emmanuel Fav, c'est vraiment de construire une passerelle pour vous, pour toutes les jeunes femmes. Une passerelle qui soit solide vers un monde, le monde de demain, dans lequel on sait que les droits de la femme sont en perpétuel mouvement. Ils reculent, ils avancent. Et ce qu'on veut, c'est que vous soyez prêtes, non seulement à entrer dans ce monde, mais surtout à le bâtir. Et il y a 2 statistiques qu'on aime bien partager aujourd'hui. D'abord, 80% d'entre vous ont déclaré que ce programme leur donnait davantage confiance en elles. Confiance, c'est un mot qu'on a beaucoup entendu. Et on est très heureuse de ce chiffre. Le second, c'est 95%. 95%, c'est le nombre d'entre vous qui considèrent que les projets Dream for Change, dont certains vont être présentés au jury présidé par Maria Grazia Chiuri aujourd'hui, ont été une étape clé dans leur développement.
Aujourd'hui, ce sont 2 maisons qui se réunissent. La maison de la paix et la maison de la beauté. Mais il y a une passerelle entre ces 2 maisons. C'est l'humanisme, c'est les droits humains, c'est le droit des femmes. Et je pense que notre programme a cette valeur que nous partageons tous et que les 2 maisons partagent.
Alors aujourd'hui, on a 27 cours qui, en fait, traitent des 5 valeurs du programme. Donc, on a la confiance en soi, l'autonomie, l'inclusion, bien sûr, la créativité et puis la durabilité. Toutes ces matières-là, elles sont vivantes, elles vous touchent, elles nous touchent, on les vit au quotidien. Donc, on a choisi des personnalités pour décerner ces cours qui sont des personnes qui vivent ces éléments-là. Et c'est notre vision de l'éducation avec l'UNESCO d'avoir cette éducation qui soit ancrée dans le réel pour pouvoir générer de l'impact et faire de vous les leaders de demain.
C'est aussi cette action de pouvoir mettre l'expertise et les capacités des 2 maisons ensemble pour avancer. Cet effort conjoint a permis de faire avancer le programme sur 3 fronts, je pense, importants. Le premier, c'est d'annoncer cette collaboration entre les 2 maisons et montrer qu'il y a un partenariat qui peut faire avancer la cause et la cause féminine dans ce cas-là. Le deuxième élément, c'est mobiliser des mentors qui sont d'origine diversifiée et de perspectives diversifiées. Et puis, élargir le nombre de participants, toucher d'autres personnes, d'autres horizons et aller également vers des niveaux peut-être scolaires et académiques qui ne sont pas les mêmes, toucher les masters, mais toucher également des jeunes filles en formation professionnelle. Je pense que c'est un message clé, c'est qu'on peut commencer quelque part, mais la vie n'est pas linéaire. La vie, elle est pleine de potentiel, mais il faut que des organismes comme l'UNESCO, Dior, travaillent ensemble pour donner ce potentiel et le faire révéler à la personne et à la communauté.
Dream for Change, c'est pour nous une opportunité d'agir, d'action. Et à travers ces projets qui donc soutiennent l'émancipation des femmes partout dans le monde, ces projets que les Mentees proposent, c'est aussi un moment, le Dream for Change Project, pendant lequel les Mentees exercent leur leadership. Et plus encore, ces projets, l'essence même de ce Dream for Change, c'est que ça doit être au service d'un monde durable.
Welcome on stage, Julia Perry and Luna Ducab. So you met each other for the first time in 2019. How did you select Luna, your mentee?
Well, actually, I did not do it because there is a Strengths Finder personality test that is made to link the mentor and the mentees based on their complementarities. We had the perfect match, and from the beginning, I really appreciated her dynamism, her perseverance, her character. And since 3 years now, since the beginning, we are still in touch, in regular contact.
I am a political science student, and even if we have different backgrounds, with Julia, Julia taught me a lot. When you are a student, you really don't know what professional life is like, and just how involved people can get in their work, and just how much they have passion for what they do.
Yes, I think mentoring is about like caring, respecting one another. And actually Luna had a lot to teach me as well. So it's really like a mutual and positive influence.
Julia and Luna.
I'm a woman at Dior.
I'm a woman at Dior.
I'm a woman at Dior.
I'm a human at Dior.
I'm a woman at Dior.
And I'm a woman at Dior.
Following the classes and mentorship, mentees are invited to participate in the Dream for Change project with a small group of fellow mentees. Each team is challenged to design a local and concrete initiative supporting the emancipation of young girls in order to help societal attitudes about women evolve and encourage women's empowerment. So, to select 3 of the most impacting projects, we have today a prestigious jury who will be asking questions to all the teams. Our jury today brings together Maria Grazia Chiuri, Women's Collections Creative Director Christian Dior, Emmanuel Fabre, is Hafsat Abiola, President Women in Africa, Vanessa Mongar, Group Chief Inclusion and Diversity Officer, LVMH, Boren Chakroun, he was here, and Romain Costel, Women at Dior Mentor, and Hazel Morrison, Women at Dior Mentee. Thank you to all for being here and for your wonderful support. And now, to introduce the Dream for Change projects and the team pitches, I leave the stage to Elliot Meniel.
Thank you, everyone. Wow, what an absolute delight to finally be all reunited today. I am super proud to be here with all of you and to be hosting the Dream for Change celebrations. Well, without further ado, dear mentees, dear mentors, dear friends of the LVMH Group, UNESCO and the Maison Dior, dear jury, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the Dream for Change celebrations 2022. Now, let me share with you how our finalists are going to be evaluated today. First, on their concept, then their feasibility. Third, it's going to be on the global coherence, and last but not least, on the local impact. We are in for a show today. 6 finalists, 17 countries, Zimbabwe, Tajikistan, India, China, Brazil. Each team will be represented by one team leader. They will all have 5 minutes to pitch, 3 minutes to pitch to the jury, and 2 minutes of Q&As with them. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to discover how these dreams just became reality. Give it up for our first team, Serenité, represented by Violet, with an initiative regarding mental health. Violet, the stage is yours, my dear.
Many young women are suffering from stress, anxiety, depression, bipolarity, eating disorders, and many more. I am Violette Martin, and my team is composed of 5 inspiring women, and we're all suffering or have suffered from at least one of these mental health issues. With Serenité, it's time for us all to finally take mental health seriously so that young women can study, have their dream careers, build relationships, and live a happy life. Serenité will make this happen. And I am standing in front of you as an anxious and depressed young woman who's been scared her whole life from admitting it in public. And I'm asking for your help so that young women are no longer afraid to achieve their dreams. Thank you.
Just a little question. How do you get in touch with the girls?
On the app, you have a chat. It's like a social media, kind of, so that they can connect together, share their battles, share their issues, and also find solutions together.
I think one of the most important things is to speak about that. That is not a problem. It's not, could happen. And to reinforce with education that you can speak about it.
Now, help me welcome on stage from Team Talita Together, Swenga.
There are millions of children giving birth to children in Africa, which has resulted in a surge of school dropouts where the girls struggle to continue with their education due to the weight of their pregnancy. The root cause of teen pregnancy is found in poverty, which translates into various social ills. Talita Together means young girls rise, which is why we want to help our young pregnant sisters rise into being independent, strong women through the power of education. Because when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Our concept is about providing education to teenage pregnant girls in Africa through the provision of antenatal and postnatal classes, the delivery of extra lessons, the impartation of entrepreneurial skills, and support for their mental health during and post-pregnancy. In Africa, we say, it takes a village to raise a child. And that is why our young pregnant sisters in Africa desperately need your support. Merci beaucoup. I thank you.
Congratulations, my sister. This is really very interesting project, and it's very timely. According to our data, there is a very large number of early pregnancy because of the COVID and because of the school closure. So your project is really very timely.
Well, it is now time for our third Dream for Change project finalist, represented by Sakshi, the team Phoenix. She has a very special message for all of you and for our jury. Let's discover Sakshi and Team Phoenix.
Hello everyone, I am Sakshi Meshram representing Team Phoenix. 5 young women, 4 nationalities, 1 dream. Did you know that Japan ranks 120th out of 156 countries in the Gender Gap Report? We targeted women aged 18 to 22 because we want to set the right foundation of adulthood for them. This community that we have built openly talks about concepts like self-acceptance, self-awareness, and sisterhood, topics that are still taboo and alien in the Japanese society. We have already had 3 external guest mentors who are experts in their fields, and the 4th session that was led by us. Our dream for change is no more just a dream. We have turned it into a reality.
Thank you, Sakshi. It is time to welcome on stage our first team, represented by Baghdad from Team Zan. Please help me welcome on stage Baghdad.
We are women from Central Asia and Afghanistan, and we are here to talk about the limitations against female development in our region. According to Human Rights Watch, in Tajikistan, 97% of men believe that women should put up with domestic violence. And 7 out of 10 women also believe in this. It doesn't hurt us to talk about it anymore. We want change, and we have a plan. It's composed of 2 pillars. First pillar, we want to tell the stories of those who passed and overcame challenges of being a woman through a film, because we believe in the power of stories to drive positive changes globally. The second pillar is a forum. We want to call it the Incubator 2022, because we believe in the power of connections and dialogue. At the very beginning of our adventure, help us to cross the line. We need you.
Now, they are ready to share their voice and their engagement for the LGBTQ+ community in Brazil. Please help me welcome on stage Isadora from Team All Voices.
Brazil is the country that most kills transgender people, with 1/3 of the global total murders in 2021. 9 out of 10 of transgender women there are in prostitution. Only 1 out of 10 of trans people there complete high school. Our concept is to empower young Brazilian trans women and defend the fundamental rights thanks to the transfer of knowledge and experiences. In short, if we don't help those people today, they are going to surrender to prostitution and be exposed to death. From the moment we decided the issue to be solved, we started talking with trans people to get our device so we can turn our idea into an impactful project. We created our website, identified professors and YouTubers who could provide us with content. We reached out to possible partnerships, and we created our Instagram account so we can increase our visibility. Our team, All Voices, we created Casa Transpassar to work as a microphone for their voices so they could be heard again.
Have you faced already any challenges in conducting your project, and how did you manage to overcome these challenges?
Actually, one of the main challenges that we have is to find all the girls that we want to. We are reaching out to partners that could get in touch with those girls so we can provide the videos that we have in the platform, the classes that we have in the platform, so they can watch it offline. And we want the physical space so they can be invited at and have the workshops in person and also watch those classes.
Well, everyone, it is already time for our last team. Last but definitely not least, please give it up for Gillian with the dream of empowering young women refugees in Italy. Always ready to rise to the occasion. Team Rise and Gillian.
You can see my team, but who we really want you to meet is Luam. She worked with the Ministry of Justice in Eritrea, earned a UNICOR scholarship, and now she's earning her master's in Rome to work for women's rights. She is incredible. She's also a mentor in our program, creating sisterhood for refugee women on campus who feel alone and misunderstood. Women like she was. Because what I didn't tell you was she was a refugee. That is the virtuous circle of leaders that we create with our program, RISE. We integrate refugee women into higher education with mentorship and professional development. And all of us here know education is the passport to freedom. RISE is giving these women their freedom back. We make the lasting difference through our 3 pillars: mentorship, information assistance, and professional development. We're not just talking about these women, we're changing their lives. We ask you to trust us in that transmission. to join us in changing even more lives, and to rise with us as we elevate refugee women. Let us be your legacy.
What is your sustainability plan? How do you envision funding this work?
It's a wonderful question, and that was one of our concerns because, again, we don't want it to just be a year-long program, so that is why we've been very fortunate to partner with the local Italian government.
Well, ladies, fantastic job. I bet there is not a single person in this room that is not supporting all of your dream, and thank you for making the dream a reality on the name of everyone here. Beautiful job, ladies. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you, Elliot. So while the jury is deliberating, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Fanny Kingay, the finalist of the 2021 Dream for Change competition. Please, Fanny, join me on stage.
How did this program actually help you achieve this?
So the online courses on women empowerment and leadership really helped. The coaching part as well really helped. It helped us narrow our initiative and get to the fact that we wanted to target young women from like 14 years old to 16 years old, more or less. So we did that, but then my mentor really was a good help at the time, and it's still a good help today. Together we could discuss so many different things. She is very inspiring.
And Fanny, you were talking about your mentor. I think she is in the room. So Anna, you also learned from her, right?
Indeed. I believe that Women at Dior program best kept secret is that mentors do learn a lot as well. I believe that having a long-term relationship with a young professional 10 years younger than myself helped me gain a deep understanding about another generation.
All right, and Laetitia Roche-René, who was a member of the jury, right, and who voted for your project, she's here. Yes, please, let's welcome her. So, Laetitia, tell me, why is it important to encourage projects and women like Fanny?
I think here in the room, we all come from different backgrounds. We are at different stages in our life, but we share one common dream. And I think your project is a way to answer this dream. And I think what makes me, but the whole jury, very interested in your project was that it was targeting young women from 14 to 16, and we do believe that it's important to tackle the issue early stage. When you look at the students in tech, you only have 1 out of 10 who are women. And the worst is that 70% of them think that they don't have the competences. I was very honored to be your godmother and follow your project that is not finished yet, some more to come.
Yes, some more to come, stay tuned.
Thank you, Fanny, thank you, Anna, and thank you, Laetitia. Now that we have our jury back in the room, I would like to welcome Isabelle and Boren. Please join me.
On March the 8th, Emmanuel Fabre has supported an idea which is to open the Dream for Change project to Dior collaborators. So now, as you, dear mentees, Dior's employees had the opportunity to propose a project to support women's emancipation. We had received plenty of beautiful ideas, and the purpose was to select one and to implement it through the support of the Maison concretely all around the year. So the first project, who is the winner of the Dream for Change Dior internal project, is the one from Beatrice Sylvie about food sustainability for women.
Thank you for all the team for the support, and hopefully we could do something very great all together for this project in the future that is sustainable for sure.
We had a second winner, and it's a man. So I'm super happy to announce Mustafa Bedjegelal for his project about
Digital onboarding for refugees women. Congratulations, Mustafa.
The project will have the objective to support refugee women and immigrant women in their onboarding within our societies.
Félicitations, Mustafa, Beatrice. Boren, it's time.
We would like to congratulate all the candidates that have presented their project. We were impressed by their leadership, by their enthusiasm, by their passion, by their project, and the scope of their project and the humanistic dimension that they are bringing.
We would like, at this moment, to invite Team Serenity.
This is for you, to encourage you to continue your project and to engage in such wonderful initiative, that's such humanistic initiative.
Congratulations, Serenity!
At this moment, I would like to invite Team Talitha.
Talitha, yay!
We would like to encourage you in your initiative. You have a lot of support from the jury, and your cause is our cause on. Thank you.
À ce moment, je voudrais inviter sur scène et keep all voices.
Thank you. We're delighted to call back on stage for the closing remarks, Emmanuel Favre.
I want to thank all the contributors of this incredible morning, all the speakers, the management of the UNESCO, my team, of course, and Isabelle Fagianelli, who did an amazing job to build this journey
Absolutely.
With Women at Dior. I want to thank all mentees and who finished the year cycle today, and of course their mentors for their strong contribution. I hope that Women at Dior gave you some precious key understanding and will help you to build your own career path and to have a positive impact on the world. I would like also to welcome the new mentees, the new class, the new promotion. Welcome to the community. And together, let's make the world more sustainable. Thank you. Thank you, Asha.
For the final picture, I would like to invite on stage all the mentees in the room and the jury members. Please join us. Come on.
That is the woman at Dior. She's powerful, she is beautiful, she's determined, she's great.
Confiance, c'est un mot qu'on a beaucoup entendu. Enfin, je voudrais leur dire de ne renoncer à rien et surtout pas à leurs rêves.
Women at Dior is giving you the opportunity to stand together.